Well, hello. In this video, we are going over the levels of organization. That's what this nice little pyramid is for. If you would like, you can take a quick minute to write everything down that I have, or I'm going to be explaining what I've written as we're going through. I just did it to make the video a little bit shorter. So let's begin. This pyramid represents the levels of organization. This is not the levels of classification. This doesn't show like evolutionary relationships with anything. This is just how we classify the things around us. So the smallest unit of matter is an atom. An example of that would be like carbon or hydrogen. When we put atoms together, we make molecules. So an example would be like H2O, which is water, or like a carbohydrate, lipid, protein, nucleic acid. All of those are biomolecules. All of those are molecules. And when we put those molecules together, we can make organelles, which are the little organs that make up a cell. Organelles are like the nucleus, chloroplast, and then those are the things that are inside of a cell. So a cell is the smallest unit of life. So organelles, molecules, and atoms, they are not alive. But starting at a cell, cells are alive. Now, when we put cells together, we get tissue. This was a level that wasn't actually included in this pyramid. That's why I added it. So tissue is just cells together, working to perform the same function. So an example of a tissue would be like your muscle tissue. And then when we put a bunch of tissue together, we can create an organ. An organ would be like your heart, lungs, brain. And if we put a bunch of organs together, we can get a system. So an example would be like the circulatory system. That includes your heart, but is also going to include other organs and other parts of your body. Similarly, like your digestive system, that includes like your esophagus, your stomach, your large intestine, your small intestine. It includes a lot of things, not just your stomach. When we put those organ systems together, then we can get an organism. That would be like a human or a plant. Plants are organisms too, don't forget. And then an organism is just one, so that's like one human, one plant, like one blade of grass. Like that is an organism, just one. If we put more than one together of just one type of organism, we get a population. So that's humans. Okay, that's why it's plural. There's more than one, but of the same species. Alright, community would be more than one population. So I could have humans and daisies. Humans is a population, daisies is a population. I only have biotic factors. Remember, biotic is living. Okay. Ecosystem, an example of that, make sure you follow my arrow down here. That would be like humans and daisies and a stream. So I have humans and daisies, those are both living, biotic, and then an ecosystem has abiotic factors, a non-living. Stream is made of water, water is not living. Can't kill water. Alright, and then above ecosystem is biome, that's like a desert. I think you all studied that before. And then lastly, the biosphere, that would be like the earth, that incorporates all of the biomes. So if we look down here at our lovely pictures, we can kind of identify these levels of organization. So the first one here is a cell. This is actually a muscle cell to be specific. If you didn't get a degree in biology, you may not know that, and that's okay. The next level is tissue. So this is just a bunch of muscle cells working together to make your muscle tissue. When you put tissues together, you get organs. So each, like you have a bunch of organs in your body. This one that it's pointing to on the human is like your arm muscle. Your arm muscle, at least parts of it, is considered an organ, which sounds kind of weird, but it's a thing. Alright, finally we have, or not finally, but second to finally, we have a bunch of organs working together for your muscular system. So this is an organ system, specifically your muscle system. And then finally we get the organism. That's a bunch of organ systems together. As you're going through the multiple choice questions, I've basically given you all of the annotations for each level of organization. So use that as you are going through your multiple choice questions. Make sure to bracket first and have fun.